Akhoi topic sina seed sexual reproduction in flowering plant class 12 chapter 2 gi aroiba video ne bako seed se in angiosperm. The seed is the final product of sexual reproduction. Angiosperm dadi seed sina final product oibako angiosperm gi oina ko angiosperm that means flowering plant gi oina ko magi sexual reproduction gi final product se seed sine bako. It is often described as a fertilized ovule. Masse fertilized ovule haraga so khangnai. Fertilized ovule haidi ovule se fertilization thokra matung da seed olak toy neba ko. Ovule se fertilization thokra matung da seed olak toy neba. Aduna masse fertilized ovules haraga so khangnai ba. Seeds are formed inside fruits. Seeds se kadai di yauge haida fruits manung da haidi fruits ki manung da form taweba seeds se fruits sina kaina form tawraki heba matam da ovary na form tawrpane ovary dagi fruits olakpane ba ko ovary dagi fruits olakpane ba ko fertilization tho matung da ovary dagi fruits se olakpane ba ko atuga ovary manung de yauba ovule sidagi seed olakpane ba ko ovary manung di yauba ovule dagi seed olakpane ba. A seed typically consists of seed coat, cotyledon, and embryoxis. Seed sidane ka yauge typically mangonda ka yauge haiba matamda mangonda seed coat yawi aduga cotyledon yawi aduga mangonda embryoxis yawi ko. Typically seed ta kai magi seed ta kai yauge haiba matamda seed coat, cotyledon, and embryoxis yawi ba ko. The cotyledon of the embryo are simple structure. Cotyledon haidi embryo dugi ko seed ki embryo dugi cotyledon se mai se simple structure oi mai structure se simple adum oi ba ko generally thick so oi aduga swollen due to storage of food reserves as in legumes ko haidi magi mase cotyledon du simple structure oi betana tana mase thick so oi swollen so oi ba kai gi no haiba matam da mangon da food reserve haidi food storage yam laibani na mangon da food store tawraga yam laibani na ko mase swollen so oi ba ko swollen oi ba haidi samna harba da chauthokpa grow tawba gumba da adu du ne ba ko as in legumes haidi kai no leguminosae family karam leguminosae family da changi haida beans kumba peas kumba lentils kumba se sida challe ba ko leguminosae family da ko. Mature seeds may be non-albuminous or albuminous ko. Mature seed matured or ba seeds de ko and non-albuminous ko ba malay albuminous ko ba lay ko si se important na ko non-albuminous ka albuminous hai se kai no has any difference hai. Non-albuminous seed have no residual endosperm as it is completely consumed during embryo development. Example pea groundnut ko. Non-albuminous haibadi kaino non-albuminous haibadi endosperm se embryo develop tawba matamda ne embryo sina ne completely endosperm se consume tawkhraba ko loina sijinna thokhreba ko ma se magi completely consumed to by the masse nutrition pp have a natural embryo development endosperm gi function se adu do mana completely use up to kreba ko kaim lem hodre ba ko aduna non albuminous seed ko e ba ko adugum baduna example pea groundnut. Duga albuminous seed hana kaino albuminous seeds retain a part of endosperm as it is not completely used up during embryo development. Albuminous seeds na kaino haiba matam da embryo development tawba matam da endosperm se completely haidi loina sijin na thoktre haidi mana nutrition se ko haidi use up to consume tawre ba loina ko aduna kitang khara lem howe ba ko adu da albuminous seed haibani ba ko example da wheat, maize, barley, castor, sunflower. This is important ko. Magi example, magi difference. Non-albuminous ka albuminous ki example ga difference. Exam diya mahanggal leba ko. Kay ba albuminous haraga na endosperm se embryo develop to ba matamda completely consume to buduna non-albuminous ko. example na ground and albuminous haraga na embryo development tawba matamda endosperm se haidi completely consume tawdabado adu khara lem hobado adu duna albuminous ko example wheat maize barley castor sunflower. Next, occasionally, in some seeds such as black pepper, beet, remnants of nucellus are also persistent. This residual persistent nucellus is the perisperm. Perisperm ka. Structure of ovule da haidi. Occasionally, some seeds khara dadi ko black pepper gumba beet gumba dadi nucellus remnants of nucellus are so persistent. Haidi nucellus se lemhawe bakwa haidi remnants haidi remaining haba pura consume taw da bida lemhawe haba nucellus se nucellus nutritive tissue ni ko nucellus hai se nutritive tissue ni nucellus na nutritive tissue haraga su khangnei bakwa nutritive ka duga nucellus se kadai dia obe ngasai yengo aina nakanda piro picture se structure of ovule ne bakwa adama embryo se ke hek mathang da nucellus yar nucellus ke mathang da integuments yaw se nucellus se na ko adegi haidi large part to adu tuneba nucellus hai se ko aduga persistent haidi mangonda leihowe have persist we have ne bakwa. This residual persistent nucellus is called the perisperm. Haidi nucellus se nutritive tissue habena tra nutritive tissue se embryo na sumangondegi nutrition laudo ni ko nutritive tissue se aduna persistent mass nucellus su pura completely consume taw da bidane ko khara lem hobadu bo adugumba sit tu perisperm harga so khangnei ba ko. Next, integuments of ovules harden as tough protective cords, protective seed cords. Integuments of ovule. Aside integuments of ovule have the in the picture the uli say nucellus ke matang the integuments loy the outer integuments inner integuments ka aduna integuments of ovule the integuments hard or hardened or any ko as tough protective seed cord aduna seed cord olak to seed cord se kamaino ole have matam the integuments to cancel akan hard or kan ko magi protective seed cord ole ineba ko seed to gi protective seed cord ole ineba ko. The micropyle remain as a small pore in the seed cord. Seed cord to the micropyle haidi micropyle region do small pore haidi binduam khatang ko por hai por ma cham khatang ko dumaina lei ba ko seed cord to da. This facilitates entry of oxygen and water into the seed during germination. Germination tawba matam haidi germination tawba matam haibadi kaino haiba matam na seed to na grow tawrage hai tardi ko grow of dido situna grow of dido ne germination hai se ko aduna situna grow germinate tawba matamda ngasai gi seed cord ta yauriba pore do micropyle do ko small pore do adudagi oxygen ga water ga changaga seed germination da help tawdone ba ko. As the seed mature, its water content is reduced and seed become relatively dry, 10 to 15% moisture by mass. As the seed mature, seed se mature oira matungda ne its water content is reduced. Seed se hek mature oiraga mangonda yawa water se reduce tawrani bako haida hantharani water content se water quantity se hantharani aduga seed tuna relatively dry orani ko kang salani about 10 to 15% moisture by mass. My 10 to 15% my moisture do my magi mass to gi 10 to 15% moisture de ma dry oshala ani bako. The general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down. The general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down. Haidi magi activity se embryo dugi activity do slows down haidi hanthara ani bako. The embryo may enter a state of inactivity called dormancy. Dormancy haidi ko state dormancy habaneba ko embryo magi embryo do state of inactivity called dormancy. Dormancy hai tardi race tauba ko period of race habaneba kaino haba matamda koina seed ama seed ama se thousand kre khalase ba ko swalda ado thabaga heta haurakpadi natedana ado thabaga hauraktrido magi period of race haidi mana germinate tawbagi timing ama leibako mana grow tawbagi timing ama leibako adugi germinate tawdri phawbagi timing du phawne ba dormancy haise period of race haise ko. Or if favorable conditions are available, inadequate moisture, oxygen, and suitable temperature, they germinate. Kaiguma mana magi hek mana pamzaba condition, favorable condition do mana germinate to bagi condition do laktardi mase germinate to haidi grow to ani bako. As ovule mature into seed, ovary develops into a fruit. Ovules na seed ta transform taurani, ovary na fruit ta transform taurani. That is the transformation of ovule into seed and the ovary into fruit process simultaneously. Haibadi ovule na seed ta transform taubaga, ovary na fruit ta transform taubaga se simultaneously to a haidi amukta da thokmine haibaneba ko simultaneously occur tawi haibaneba. The wall of the ovary develops into the wall of fruit called pericarp. Ngasai ovary gi wall laibado ovary gi wall duna fruit ki wall or ani bako adubu kai kaurani pericarp kaurani bako ovary ki wall do kai kaweba natraga fruit ki wall do kai kaweba pericarp kaweba ko. The fruits may be fleshy as in guava, orange, mango, etc., or may be dry as in groundnut and mustard, etc. The wall of the ovary ovary develops into the wall of fruit. The wall of the ovary develops into the wall of fruit called pericarp. Ko igyan me nam tadi chin ha si thining e. The fruits may be fleshy as in guava, orange, mango, etc., or may be dry as in groundnut, mustard, etc. Fruits haide fruits to fleshy oibasu yai, dry oibasu yai ba fleshy oiba haragana moist oibado ko haide chabada kai tare mangondo kaigi water quantity se dum moisture quantity se dum leibado ko aduna guava gumba orange gumba mango gumba aduga maybe dry ko haidi kangba yai ba ko as in groundnut gumba mustard gumba ko etc. Many fruits have evolved mechanism for dispersal of seeds. Fruits ko ayambane seed dispersal to able recall the classification of fruits and their dispersal mechanism that you have studied in earlier classes. Is there any relationship between number of ovules in an ovary and the number of seeds present in a fruit? Habidi relationship karamba relationship ovary de yauba ovule gi masing ga fruit de yauba seed ki masing. In most plants, by the time the fruit develops from the ovary, other floral parts degenerate and fall off. In most plant ayambadane fruits se ovary dagi develop tawe heba ko plant ayambada hadi flowering plant ayambada ko aduga lemhoriba part sing duna degenerate tawraga fall off tawe hadi mangkhi ba ko Canada lemhoriba part sing duna. However, in a few species kara that is such as apple, strawberry, cashew, etc., the thalamus also contribute to fruit formation. Such fruits are called fall fruits. Haibadi fruit species kharadadi have the fruit kharadadi ko fruit haidi karamba fruit apple gumba strawberry cashew gumba dadi thalamas is haidi floral part ki thalamas su fruit form tawbada fruit formation tawbada masu contribute magi contribution yawe ba ko masu yawe ba aduna adugumba fruit sing do false fruit ko we ba ko. Most fruits, however, develop only from the ovary are called the true fruits. Ovary khatang dagi ko fruits ayambadi ovary khatang dagi develop taweba adu duna true fruits kaweba ko. Although in most of the species, fruits are the results of fertilization. Although in most of the species ayambadana fruits se fertilization ki result ne haibane ko fruits haibe se fertilization tawra matung da fruits la inatra fertilization process pungloi loraga fruits lakpane ba fertilization ki result amani ba ko. There are a few species in which fruit develops without fertilization. Fertilization should thok tana fruit develop tawba species khara layeba ko. Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Adugumba fruits to kai kauge haba matamda parthenocarpic fruit kawi haidi fertilization without fertilization thok tana develop tarokpa fruits to bu parthenocarpic fruits kawi ba ko. Important ne si se banana is one such example. Adugi example di kaino haba parthenocarpic ki example ama hayo hai tadi banana sineba banana se fertilization thok tana ma se fruit all the fruit develop tawra ineba ko. Parthenocarpy can be induced through application of growth hormones, and such fruits are seedless ko. Parthenocarpy se ko induce ta kamaina induce ta haidi my fruits se kamain la ke haba matam da growth hormone khatang apply taw khrakan mangon growth hormone khatang apply taw khrakan ne induce tawba ngameba fruit se adugumba fruit to puthokpa ngameba adugumba fruits to seedless way mangonda di maru yawde kaigino maru yawdri se ma dadi fertilization di thoktre fertilization thok pai se ovules su fertilize fertilization to matung da shit olak to natra mangonda di ovary de fruit olak to natra ovary di yawdram nina fertilization di thoktre adudi thokdram nina ma di growth hormone khatane ma gi application se ko aduna ma gi fruit to di seedless order ba ko. Seeds after several advantages to seed offer several advantages to angiosperm. Seed se ko angiosperm sidane advantage haidi kana bayam pi bako. Firstly important ko ahanbada since reproductive process such as pollination fertilization are independent of water haidi ahanbada kaino mana piriba advantage se kaino haiba matamda ko sitsina piri se ko angiosperm da magi reproductive process se haidi pollination bo ro khoi mang tam khubdo fertilization bo ro water suk chang deba independent haidi water gi darkar oide ba ko ising gi darkar oide ba mangonda di aduna seed formation is more dependable haidi seed formation se ko haidi depend taw de ba ko mali seed form taw matam dependable oi ba ko. Also seeds have better adaptive strategies for dispersal to new habitat and help the species to colonize in other areas. Seed sina kay no haiba matam da mana seed sina kay tawge haiba matam da mana adapt taw mafam khuding maktane ma adapt taw bangam ba ko haidi dispersal lay haidi mana mafam amada bu tha boy mafam da ma adapt taw area du da ne adapt taw no bahol area du gi environment ta adapt taw no bo ne ba ko. As they have sufficient food reserves, young seedlings are nourished until they are capable of photosynthesis on their on ko as they have sufficient food mangon the food reserves se mangon the food reserves yam yaw e mangon the food store tower thambai food store tower ga yam yaw e ba ko aduna seedling haidi young seedling sing se hogale ba haidi seed sing se nourish bibi e ba ko karam kan bo nourish bibi photosynthesis haidi moina masa mathanta photosynthesis tawraga photosynthesis tawraga food puthok pangam produce to bangam driphaw bane nourish to bi e ba ko the hard seed coat provide protection to the young embryo. Magi seed coat se kanana karambo oige have a matam the integuments to hard oisalaga natro seed coat or is ovule integumento. Aduna ma young embryo se protection PB bako hogole iba young embryo se protection PB being products of sexual reproduction being product of sexual reproduction ki products hoina ko karamba seed se they generate new genetic combination leading to variation mana genetic masu sexual reproduction ki products oirabani na masne new genetic anoba genetic combination nama masu generate tawba ngamme ba ko aduna masu mangonda su variation lay ba haidi manada ba haidi variation haidi amaga manada ba habene ba ko haidi sitta orasu ko magi atopa magi production embryo production da su manadaba mayam ma generate tawba ngamme ba combine tawraga ko next paragraph seed is the basis of our agriculture seed is the basis of our agriculture gi oina seed se khoi ki basic ne habane ko agriculture da di khoina kaiguma ma thage haidi onion farm tawge haida maru han hundro aduna ma se basic ne han the basic to ne bako dehydration and dormancy of mature seed are crucial for storage of seed which can be used as food throughout the year and also to raise crop in the next season haidi dehydration and dormancy seed ki dormancy stage haidi na haigre race of period of race to ko haidi ma se germinate tawdru phawbagi period to bune ba dormancy haidi germinate haidi grow seed to gi mayon chong tripo situna mayon chong tripo haidi pambi ma olak tripo gi stage to bun eba ko adu dormancy hai se ko ado mature seed se koina phana kuina yu thamasu ya eba ko year haidi year after year thamasu ya aduga next crop ki damak next season ki damak ta next crop ki maru oina thamasu ya aduga char su ya eba ko samna haira bada kai hai tare phawgumba se ko phawse khoina phawse char su yai dana charaga aduga mathang season gi amukka phawdi oina basu thambi yai ba ko adumaina can't you imagine agriculture in the absence of seed or in the presence of seed which germinates straight away soon after the formation and cannot be stored haidi agriculture she khoina seed yaw da bi da imagine to bangam bra habini be ko seed yaw da bi da haidi kamai agriculture tawni natraga seed yaw ga na kamai agriculture tawni habidu ne ba ko dudi makha mu yeng se how long do the seed remain alive after they are dispersed haidi seed se dispersed tawrakibaga ne seed se kadarabam mase sitsek tholakhibaga ne disperse tawrakiba haidi magi ovule dei sitsek olakhibaga ne disperse tawkhibaga mase kayam kuina hingba ngamba ge habane bako magi period haidi my lifespan se ko this period again varies greatly ado sit amaga ne sit amaga haidi that means hawai se sit natra sit makhalam natra aduga gaisusu phausisu sit makhalam natra ado ani se gi period se khena ni ba magi lifespan se ko khena ni ba adumaina amaga yam khenai ba in few species the seed lost viability within a few months ko haidi seed ki magi lifespan se magi active haidi active oiba mafam phau se ko magi active oiba se ko few month powder ma se cái đó hai tare species khara de seed se loss oiba ko few month phau tanga me ba my life span se period of life span se ko mana ka hai tare disperse tawra matung da ko magi viability my ability se ko seed tu gi haidi magun se few month phawtang leibasu yawebako. Seeds of a large number of species of life for several years ko. Seeds of large number species yambagi seeds singdeko years haidi chahi ma haidi hingba ngam habni ko magi lifespan se several years hingba ngam balebako chahi myam hingba ngam. Some seed can remain alive for hundreds of years. Some seed khara di ko hundred of years for ba hingba ngam me ba magi viability se lebako. There are several records of very old yet viable seed ko record khara lebako viable haidi very old yam kuiraba magi viable se magi viable haidi ability se ko acid to ki. The oldest is that of lupin. This is important ne ko se lupin, lupinus articus ko lupinus articus. Lupin scientific name in Lupinus articus size aina nakan pig se se Lupinus articus ne bako haidi lupin ne bako excavated from Arctic tundra ma se Arctic tundra dai phangma ne bako. The seed germinated and flowered after an estimated record of 10,000 years of dormancy. Magi period of rest germination tawdringai dane ko ma se germinate some habda ma se thare khaladi ko magi germination timing se ko ma se dormancy se 10,000 years record leba magi ko haidi horak pa se ko ma 10,000 years matung 10,000 years se ma race low reni dana inactive or ni dana adui matung da sit se germinate tore grow tore ba ko plant oina grow tore ba ko mana magi record se hoji phagi ko. A recent record of 2,000 years old viable seed is of the dead palm gi amuka record label ko viable seeds ki all viable seed ki ko amana 2,000 years karamba gi dead palm haidi khazur do ko haidi koina packet tas lakpo do khazur pambi do ina kan do utli se sine ko magi scientific names nang kai ko ba Phoenix dactylifera. Phoenix dactylifera got discovered during the archaeological excavation at King Herod Palace near the Dead Sea. Kada they discovered torake haba matamda archaeologists na excavate tawba matam excavate tawba da ko King Herod Palace ko King Herod haba ning thosigi palace da phangakhiba ne ba near da aduna kai leiba Dead Sea da. After completing a brief account of sexual reproduction of flowering plants, the chapters that complete taurabagumba bako sidalorabagumba bako. Aduda si matung sigi brief account se koi na khangaba matung the question myam arise to baya ba kai question no haba matamda embryo sek te egg se kyam yauni. Aduga ovule ma the embryo sek se kyam yauni ko. Aduga ovary the ovule se kyam yauni ko aduga flowers ama the ovaries kyam yauni masing se sumaina question se arise to baya ba ko. How many flowers are present on a tree? Tree ma the flowers kyam laini haba ko haidi plant ma the tree ram the flower kyam satni and so on. Sumaina question se myam arise to baya ba ko. Can you think of some plant in which fruits contain very large number of seed ko fruits tane seed am yawbal de haidi seed adi ovule do na tro yawri se fruits na ovary na tro odi se adda fruits to da koina fruits to da maru am yawba thengnei ko seed to maru am yawba thengnei ka aduna orchid fruits are one such category and each fruit contains thousands of tiny seeds. Adugumba fruits tako. Adugumba fruits singdugi marakta orchid fruits in a category amanebako. Aduga magi fruits to the thousands of tiny seeds me am yawebako tiny seeds chama thousands of yawebako. Similar is the case in fruits of some parasitic species such as Orobanki and Striga. Adugumba chap manaba case tane. Karamba fruit parasitic species tane haise. Karamba fruit Orobanki aduga striga si singsidasu seeds yam yawe boko. Have you seen a tiny seeds of ficus ki tiny seed uraba habane boko magi tiny seeds ko. How large is the tree of ficus developed from that tiny seed? Aduga adugumba tiny seed dagine magi tree se mana germinate oraga mana plant olaktoin idana adugumba plant se kyam chawge haba adugumba plant of ficus ki plant. How many billions of billions of seed does each ficus tree produce? Haidi aduna billions of seeds in a tree se kyam yam puthokpa ngam yage haba neba ficus ki ko. Can you imagine any other example in which such a tiny structure can produce such a large biomass over the years? Adugumba tiny structure amana ne kyam yam na biomass haidi yam na plan se puthokpa ngamge chahi ma da haibse nang imagine tawba ngambra sine ba sidi question nga tane ba ko sidi isana isana thijagadam ne ba ko asugumba question sing sidi ko ena khangning tar di si khangjen ba su maru ne ba. Aduga next Apomixis ka and polyembryony is important ne ko si se important ne Apomixis ka polyembryony habis important ne ko si se. Although seeds in general are the products of fertilization, seeds se fertilization ki product ni hai ko chume ko. Aduga a few flowering plants such as some species of Asteraceae and grasses have evolved specialization mechanism to produce seed without fertilization called apomixis. Seed ngasai parthenocarpic fruit anam yauki ko. Parthenocarpic fruit na fertilization thok tabida fruit produce to parthenocarpic haibasina fruit ki karamba fruit without fertilization thok na puthokpa fruit to bu parthenocarpic fruit haiba ko huzik na muka seed ki matang ne ba ko seed sina fertilization thok na seed produce to bodo ne apomixis haiba ko difference to khango ko important ne hai se dona ne adoma se karamba da thengne grass kumba aduga Asteraceae gumba da thengne ba ko without fertilization seed se produce to we adugu apomixis ko we aduga without fertilization fruit produce to bodo na parthenocarpic fruits ko we ba ko. Aduga what is fruit production without fertilization ko? Fruit production fertilization thoktana fruit production tapu thokpado kai kawe ba ngasai haibado mamang de yaukhibedo parthenocarpic fruit haba natro. Thus apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction gi haidi ka hai tare asexual reproduction makhal amane ba ko ma se apomixis habse kaigino si line se important ne ko si line se dam haidi meaning means am thoe ko haidi kaigino asexual reproduction ne hai se kaigino haiba matamda mangon da fertilization thokta na ma se seed pu thokpa ne ba aduna ma se asexual reproduction na mani na haiba su haiba aduga sexual reproduction na mono su haiba yaiba ko ma se apomixis se. There are several ways of development of apomixis seed. We am label apomixis seed se develop to but ko produce to no hot na ba we am label ko in some species the diploid egg cell is formed without reduction division and develops into the embryo without fertilization. Haibadi adugumba seed to the diko haidi adugumba species haidi karamba apomixis seeds develop to go the species to adugumba dadi magi diploid egg se ko diploid egg se reduction division thoktana reduction division haibadi meiosis thoktana diploid egg cell se form taweba ko aduga embryo develop tawrisi su fertilization thoktabida embryo develop taweba ko. More often, as in many citrus and mango. More often as in many citrus and mango. Citrus kumba mango kumba the citrus study lemon jinge ko. Hadi category ne ko citrus hai se. Fruit natte ko fruit ki category ne ba lemon jinge ko sugumba da citrus study jinge se. Mango. Varieties of some of the nuclear cells surrounding the embryo sac start dividing protrude into the embryo sac and develop into the embryos. Haibadi adugumba kahatare adugumba haidi citrus kumba mango gumba dadiko Maidi nuclear cells and nucleus to ni hai se ko surrounding the embryo sac question liba nucleus cell do divide tawe ba ko haidi divide taw ba hawe ba aduga protrude into the embryo sac ta protrude tawe haidi changsal le haba ko aduga develop into the embryos ta develop tawe haba ne ba ko embryo sac te yaw ba embryos ta develop tawe haba ko in such species each ovule contain many embryos adugumba species study embryos am yawe kai ginam embryo mam yaw ri se nuclear cell that means nucleus to divide tawbadagi neba embryo mam yaw ri se ko occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony haibadi ko kaino haba matamda nuclear cell se divide tawraga embryo sac ta changshalaga embryo develop tawbado adugumba species to buneba ko polyembryony haise ko Duga next paragraph hybrid varieties of several of our food and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated. Hybrid varieties of our food. Aikoina food aikoigi phangiba food vegetable crops sing se ko hybrid varieties yam layeba ko hybrid haibadi aikoina artificially ka haitare artificial means sizinaraga crop tawbado adudo neba ko hybrid varieties has a cultivate ko cultivation of hybrid has tremendous increased productivity hybrid cultivate tawba matum the hybrid cultivation se ko magi product se yam increase oeba ko haidi yam na puthokpa ngame my productivity se yam ba ko one of the problem of hybrid is that hybrid seed have to be produced every year magi problem se hybrid ki problem se kaino haiba matam hybrid seed sidiko every year puthokpa mathab dakar oeba ko haidi chahi khuding gi produce tawba dakar oeba magi problem ma haraga na ko if the seeds collected from hybrids are sown if the seeds collected from hybrid are sown seeds se collect tawba seed sing se ko hybrid ki seed haidi hybrid ki seed karamba seed haita de hybrid ki seed se koina son tarba tharaba ko aduga the plants in the progeny will segregate and do not maintain hybrid characters ko adu seed se haidi magi progeny do plant ki progeny mana plant olakadaba haidi seed sing se segregate tawrani magi segregate tawba haita di ka haita ka tharani magi haidi magi haidi process to kaitharni haidi continue tawba ngamaroi bako aduga hybrid character do su maintain tawba ngamaroi ba mana plan ora matamne hybrid character chela aroi ba production of hybrid is costly and hence the cost of hybrid seed become too expensive for the farmers aduna seed hybrid seed ama produce taw base ko yam haidi paisa yam changne ba ko yam costly oe ba ko aduna hybrid seed se farmer gi damakta di expensive oe ba ko haidi maman yam tanye ba ko if these hybrids met into apomix there is no segregation of characters in the hybrid progeny if Kaigumba hybrid seed sinane apomic to on thoba apomic seed to on thoba apomic seed habedi fertilization thokan ta bida habana tra apomic fertilization thok ta bida produce oba seed to apomic seed ta habana tra aduna hybrid seed se apomic seed sida change already ko segregation thoroi ba magi character aduna हाइदी हाइब्रिड कैरेक्टर दो अदुम लेरनी हाइब्रिड कैरेक्टर दो अदुम चेल लेरनी मंगोद हाइब्रिड कैरेक्टर दो सेग्रीगेट तौर मांगरोय बको then the farmers can keep on using the hybrid seed to raise new crop year after year aduna farmer sing ne ko farmer sing na hybrid seed se adum chahi khudingi mana haidi season ba yarni ba farmer sing adumaina tawtardi and he does not have to buy hybrid seed every year ma chahi khudingi hybrid seed laidra yarni bako because the importance of apomixis in hybrid seed industry. Active research is going on in many laboratories around the world to understand the genetics of Apomixis and to transfer Apomixis gene into the hybrid varieties. Kaigino because haitardi Apomixis ki importance in hybrid seed industry. Hybrid seed industry the Apomixis ki kana base. How's power research tauri ba collaborative khuding magta kamaina kaigi kamaina no haba mata Apomixis seed Apomixis की ओइबा सीड की जीन से हाइब्रिड वेराइटीज ता कमाइना ट्रांसफर तौरिनो मागी जीन की ओइबा हाइदि ट्रांसफर तौरबगिना ट्रोमा ना हाइब्रिड की कैरेक्टर सेग्रीगेट तौद्रिदो अदुना अदुगी रिसर्च याम कन्ना चत हजे फाव चथरी बको कमाइना मासे हाइब्रिड वेराइटीज से कमाइना सेग्रीगेट तौद्रिनो मासे हाइदि रिटेन तौर थमिनो हाइबदो Lore sexual reproduction in flowering plants ki chapter number 2 se sinaroi ba video ne ba sine ba kwaroi ba ne aduga sigi summary se skip suk tau tau no ko summary se khwa important ne ba ko summary se khwa important ne summary se pa ga dam ne summary se पाद बताओ स्किप सुक तौ समरी सिने खा इम्पोर्टेंट ओइबदि को अंगांग अयाम समरी स्किप तौ इन हंजन वीडियो खुदिंग हाइबने समरी से स्किप तौ न को समरी से पाओ दुगा सिगी question हाइबदि NCERT की exercises से आई description link ता question answer दो आई हपक के बको description link ता को सिगी NCERT की exercises की question सिंग से my answer है दुगा extra question खरा ने को exemplar सो हपक के को दुना ज्ञान ता दबा खंगनिंग हंगनिंग लेरसु comment ता दुम हाइरो को आई clear दुम तौगे बको thank you दुना video से likes